I am Michelle Rowan. I'm president and COO of Franchise Business Review. And since 2010, Cruise Planners has been working with Franchise Business Review to get feedback from their franchisees. The team uses this data to understand how franchisees are feeling about all aspects of their business and the support that they receive from the corporate team. The franchisees give Cruise Planners high marks year over year, and they consistently land on our awards lists. This year alone, they've been recognized as a top franchise for veterans, a most innovative franchise, a top low-cost opportunity for franchisees, top franchises for women, and top franchise based on their culture. And this is all based on feedback that we get from their franchisees. And in addition to using the feedback internally, they also use the data and share it with people that are interested in becoming part of the Cruise Planners Network to better understand what it's like to actually run the business, both the positive aspects of being a business owner and the challenges that come along with it. And to that end, today we're talking to Adam Martindale, who's been a franchisee with Cruise Planners since 2009. Thanks for joining us today. And
Thank you.
Stacie Faulds, who joined the Cruise Planners team in 2016 and is currently the Associate VP of Marketing for the corporate team, which she focuses on both marketing to people that want to become a franchisee within the system and also the consumer side. Stacie, thank you for joining us today as well.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited. And Adam, I'm going to start with you. I
Okay.
want to talk about what were you doing before Cruise Planners, and then how did you come about Cruise Planners and decide to join the brand?
Okay, great. Yeah, so my background is all in hospitality. So on the other side of the business, working in hospitality, working in hotels and cruise ships, conference centers, museums, all different aspects of food and beverage. I was food and beverage director for 17 years on cruise ships and 13 years in hotels, resorts, conference centers, other places. Started with Carnival back in 1985 when Carnival had three ships, and I was 19 years old. So I kind of grew up in the cruise industry, not really expecting that I would end up owning my own business in the travel side of it, which is the other side of the business. But the background that I have really helped me a lot for what I'm doing now. I have a great understanding of the business from the other side. And now what I say to people, they ask me if I miss being on ships. I'm like, no, I like to be served now and not serve people anymore.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
also have a hospitality background, and I will say that's the hardest thing to turn it off and enjoy yourself because you know someone else is working so hard to
yeah,
make
yeah. You never
enjoy
turn
it.
it off.
Yeah. So what happened? What made you decide to make a change in your career? And then how did you find, did you just know Cruise Planner because of the industry you were in, or were you looking at other opportunities as well?
No, so I was thinking about what I was going to do for myself, my own business, and I was talking to people when I was working for Norwegian at time. I brought out the Pride of America in 2005, and 2009 is when I bought the franchise. I was talking to sales managers at Norwegian, people that I met on the sales side about which company I should go with. I didn't really know much about the opening a travel agency or buying a franchise. So I talked to quite a few people, and Cruise Planner's name just kept coming up, over and over again. So I thought maybe I should look into this a lot more, and I did. And everything I saw about them looked great. I didn't do a ton of research on other companies. The more that I saw about Cruise Planners, I just thought it was the right fit, and I'm really glad that I did.
Awesome. All right, Stacie, I'm going to go to you, and I have two questions. One is, and I know the answer to this, is Cruise Planners just traveling cruises for their clients? And then Adam had so much experience on that hospitality and travel side. Is that a requirement? Is that experience a requirement for you to be a franchisee with Cruise Planners?
Okay, thank you. So I'll take your second question first, if you don't mind. No, there is no travel experience necessary at all. We Cruise Planners is a great franchise to buy for anyone who has a passion for travel. Really, that's it. If you're someone that likes to plan vacations for your friends and family, if you're someone that likes to travel, even if you haven't done a lot of travel personally yourself, but you like the idea of working with friends and family, working with clients, talking to people, then you are the right candidate for Cruise Planners. We train our new franchise owners, we train them on everything they need to know, from setting up their business to getting ramped up to start booking travel, and then all the way, the training continues, right, Adam? Even as you are an experienced franchise owner, the training doesn't stop, and we are really here to bridge that gap.
Oh yeah, if I can
Um,
jump in there, I mean the just because I experienced in hospitality didn't mean I knew how to sell travel. I had
that's
no
true
clue.
too.
So the sales side of it and the knowledge and the background and the business side and the everything that cruise planners brought to the table is a huge, I mean, that's a huge reason why I'm successful.
Yeah.
We have successful franchise owners who have come from every industry imaginable, from finance to the auto industry to teachers, real estate agent, any kind of business really translates itself well. And like I said, if you just have passion for travel and you like talking with people, because vacations are supposed to be fun, right? So you need to have that exuberant personality, be able to talk to people about their vacations, and then it is very rewarding to work in the travel business because you're creating lifelong memories for your clients. So it feels good and it's successful at the same time. To answer your first question, does cruise planners only sell cruises? And that answer is hard no. Cruise planners, travel advisors sell everything. All-inclusive resorts, tour groups, small groups, um, destination experience, destination tours, all of that is part of the Cruise Planners package. In fact, Cruise Planners is a top seller for many resort companies, for sandals and beaches. And so we have a great reputation, not only with cruise selling, but with the land. And sometimes they go hand in hand, right? People that take a pre-cruise or post-cruise extension. So all of that is trained. We have resources for our advisors. We have a lot of networking and in-person events and very exciting fam trips and opportunity to travel to some of these destinations so that you can become a better travel advisor. Because what other industry can you go on vacation and improve your business? So
Yeah.
travel is one of the key benefits to joining cruise planners.
And I would imagine you get to write it off too.
No
So
comment.
Adam, is your work with cruise planners a full-time job for you? And was it from the very start? Did you go in just doing this or did you ease into it?
So no, it took me a while to figure out how to make it a full-time job. So I bought the franchise in 2009 and I actually struggled for a bit to try and figure out how I was going to make money with it. It took me a few years to figure it out. When you come in again with all the experience I had, I didn't have any clients, I didn't have any sales experience, I didn't have any of the stuff that you need to build up your business. So a little bit naive on my part, not knowing how much time and effort it would take to start making money. I mean, you get paid when the client go on vacation, so you got to work the business, for quite a while. And people say, 3 years, 4 years is about the time when you know it's going to work, and that's kind of what happened for me. So in
Okay.
that time period, I could start seeing the business growing and growing and growing. And by 2013, 14, I started doing this full time, and I haven't looked back ever since.
Yeah, and I think that's really good advice. I think some people think they join a franchise system and all the business just comes to them, but you
Yeah.
do need those skills and how you build up that client base and network. And you are very active in your business for most franchises, so I think that's great. Um, I don't know, Stacie, do you want to add anything as far as when a franchisee decides to join your system? What does that initial training and support look like? What's the time around it, and
Sure.
what are you spending time with them doing?
Sure. Um, I wanted to just address what you mentioned before, which is the turnaround time. So, what I hear from advisors all the time is that you really get what you put into it, is what you get out of it. Our franchise model is built to be very flexible. So, as a franchise owner, you don't have to do full time. You can be a part-time travel advisor. Many of our advisors start with a full-time job and then they take to dabble into cruise planners and ramp up, like Adam was saying, and then eventually turn it into a full-time career. So it is very flexible. You can work remote, you can work from home, you can work from anywhere. We have a lot of advisors that are on vacation or traveling and able to book business right from their mobile. I know we're going to talk about technology soon, so I'll save that. But as far as training goes, As soon as the training starts the moment you join. So there is a 6-day Star University, we call it Star University training here in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, where we train soup to nuts, everything that you need to know to kickstart your business. And then after that training, I want to emphasize the point that you may be purchasing a franchise and doing business, working for yourself and being a business owner yourself, but you are never by yourself. So Cruise Planners really does provide support. You will be assigned a business development coach, and that coach is your lifeline. You will have one-on-one strategy sessions with that coach. We have a care team, and it's not the kind of care team where you have to call the phone number and say representative 9 times to get to a human being. We answer the phone, very friendly human to human interaction. We help with any questions along the way. And as the advisor is ramping up their business, we have a proven system of success. So as long as we follow the system to ramp up, then that advisor will be ready to go.
Awesome. I think that's also a good tip for people is follow the plan. You're buying into a system where this has been done by hundreds and thousands of others. So that's important is just follow the plan. And that also tracks with your data where 91% of franchisees said that the franchisor cares about their success. So what you're showing in that support and helping them ramp up really aligns with that. And so I want to ask you, Adam, what is your relationship like with the people at the corporate team? And also, what is your relationship like, or what is your interaction like with other people in the cruise planners community that are franchisees like you?
Okay, great. Yeah, so as far as the corporate team, they're fantastic. I mean, I that's one of the reasons I love being with cruise planners. I mean, the from Michelle Fee, the CEO, from Scott, from Teresa, from Stacie, everybody who's in the corporate office, everyone's accessible, easy to get hold of. I mean, obviously you don't bother them for everything, but if there's an issue or a challenge you need help with, that you always get help from them. Anything you're struggling with, you can always get help with from the corporate office. I mean, I've been with them for quite a while, so I've seen the growth and everything that's come out from them. There's so much technology and so much training, and can be overwhelming sometimes. There's so much that they come out with, but the support and the help that you get is fantastic. As far as from the cruise planners, other agents, we're a very good team. We have a Facebook group that we all take part in. Everyone helps everybody out when we do convention. We just had convention in September in Fort Lauderdale. We get to see everyone, once a year. It's a lot of time. We're all traveling a lot, so you don't get to see each other a lot. We all live in different parts of the country, so it's really nice to get together and see everyone. Everyone's encouraging. People win awards. People congratulate each other. I mean, there's good rivalry and good not jealousy, but there's good rivalry, healthy competition
Love
between
that.
all of us about who's doing well and everyone for them. I mean, everyone supports each other. It's a great team, I think.
That's great. So I want to go then back to you, Stacie. Adam has mentioned it. You've also won awards around innovation and technology. So tell us about those technology tools and those resources specifically that you have available to franchise owners, or how you focus on staying ahead of your competition.
It's one of my favorite things to talk about, marketing and technology. Our technology is really designed. I will start out by saying, you mentioned Michelle Fee, our founder and CEO. Michelle Fee started her business as a travel agent. She's a travel agent herself and has grew this company to what it is today, which is the nation's largest home-based franchise in the travel space. So our lens as we are creating new tools and innovating is always from the point of view of what does a travel advisor need? Okay, so everything is very custom, created in-house. We have what's called a CP Max for maximizing your success. CP Max reservation system and CRM. We've got I will say that the convention that Adam just mentioned, we announced 20 new tools at this convention. Every year we are continuing to evolve, but some of our highlights, I mentioned before, the mobile. You can work from anywhere. You can book and make, reservations and communicate with your clients through a mobile app. everything that you have desktop is available on a mobile app, so you really can be anywhere and do your business. There's also a client-facing app, mobile app, so clients can continue the conversation with their advisors from the go. We are the first and only travel franchise to have both a advisor and a client app. So we're very proud of that. We have a live planner virtual consultation tool, which is patent pending, which is an amazing tool that advisors can use to talk with their clients and present travel options. AI is the hottest topic, right? That we're all talking about. Well, Cruise Planners has embraced AI. We have a system called Max Intelligence and Ask Max, and these are two AI tools that are built custom for Cruise Planners advisors to really help them streamline, to automate some tasks that are repetitive, to help them create meaningful content and respond in super fast time to their clients so that they can focus on selling.
Yeah,
That's just a
awesome.
taste of the
Yeah,
technology, and there's more
And
behind
many,
that.
many, many, many.
Well, and I also love, from a consumer standpoint, everyone is so busy in their lives. So the more that they can do on their time and making that easy for them to get what they need out of the app, I love that as well. Adam, I'm going to go to you. 97% of franchisees agree that they enjoy operating the business. What do you love most about what you do in your day-to-day job?
I love the fact that I can work from anywhere. As Stacie knows, and most of the home office team, I'm never home. So I travel all the time. I'm rarely home. This is unusual. I'm actually here for a couple of weeks. So I love traveling. I mean, this year has been crazy. I was in Antarctica, I was in Tahiti, I was in the Arctic, I was in Europe for 2 months, I was in Japan. I mean, this has been a crazy year traveling. And a lot of the time I'm with groups, escorting groups at the same time making money. So it's pretty nice way to work and to make money traveling around the world.
I love that. Now, do you have any staff in your business?
Oh yeah.
So how many people do you
I
have?
couldn't do it. Yeah, I couldn't do it without them. So I
Yeah,
just have one full-time assistant in San Diego. And I have eight associates now that book travel.
amazing. And you've just
Yeah.
grown that over the years you've been
Yeah.
doing that as
Yeah.
your client base grows. I love that. Flip side, what's the hardest part of your job or running the business?
Having staff. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, that is the number one thing that we see in our data is that's the hardest is hiring and retaining great people.
No, I came from a background of managing people, obviously, for 30 years, and now when I started my own business, I'm like, oh, it's great, it's just me. I can do this. It's fantastic. And then when you ramp up and get busier and busier, it's a great as well. But then you have to go back to the model of hiring staff again and starting, managing your business again, which is a good problem to have because business is booming. But that is a bit of a challenge. Operating a business in California is challenging,
Oh,
so
yes.
I'm learning a lot about that. So that's kind of the not so fun side of it.
Yeah. So, Stacie, how about from your side? You've talked about the technology and all of that. What kind of marketing and advertising support do you offer franchisees to help them build their business so they can get to that point where they need staff?
Yes, well, we handle everything in-house. I lead a team of marketing professionals and graphic designers that handles all the marketing for our advisors. It's really hands-off for them. Everything that we do is from the advisor to their clients. So it's corporate office is not involved in any transactions whatsoever. It's all on behalf of the advisor. We create everything from social media programs to print programs, direct mail, digital website, of course, email marketing. Everything is with strategy and creativity and designed to really help our advisors attract new clients. And once they have new clients, keeping them engaged over a lifetime and inspiring them to travel and ultimately drive business.
Yeah, and keep coming back. I love it. Okay, Adam, I have one more question for both of you. I'm going to start with Adam. It is the same question, so Stacie, you can think about it too. What
Okay.
advice would you give to someone that's looking to get into franchising? What would you tell them to do as far as finding the right brand for them? Hopefully, it's Cruise Planners. What advice do you wish you knew before you bought in? It sounds like you honed in on Cruise Planners very quickly. So,
Yeah.
any advice have.
I think I would let people probably do more research than I did when they first started to look at different franchises, although I don't regret it at all. It depends what you're looking for. I mean, as Stacie said before, some people are looking to do this very part-time. Some people are looking to do it as a full-time business, which is what I'm doing. But it depends what you want to get out of it. I mean, if you're looking for a business where you're going to sit behind your desk and the leads are just going to keep coming to you and you're going to make money right away, it's not the business for you. It's not going to happen like that. You've got to be prepared to work. I mean, it's a lot of work. I did a lot of work in the beginning and spent money I didn't have to try and figure out how to make this work. What's my focus? What's my niche? That's the biggest part. The biggest advice I would give to somebody is find a niche, find a specialty that why are people going to book travel with you? I mean, what makes you different than everybody else? Obviously, I have a food and beverage background, so I do food and wine groups, luxury food and wine travel, which makes sense for me. But if you like Alaska, then focus on Alaska. If you like a particular cruise line, focus on that cruise line. If you're, a bridge player, focus on bridge groups. There's lots of things you can focus on, but you can't just be a travel advisor because people can book travel with anyone. So that's probably the biggest advice I would give somebody.
I think that's great advice. I think people need to come in knowing that they need to work. And also, if you're passionate about what you're selling, it becomes so much easier. It's just part of your
Right.
your conversation with people. And I can feel that from you, that you do love what you do.
Right.
Stacie, how about you? What advice would you give to somebody that's thinking about joining a franchise?
My advice, this might sound like a silly analogy, but I would say it's like dating. I would say you want to fall in love, right? And have a career and a franchise, a business that you love. And so I would approach it like dating. I would talk to, of course, us at home office. We can tell you all the nuts and bolts that you need to know. I would always look for the best in class in anything that you are looking to, any industry. I personally think the travel industry is an amazing industry. The demand for travel right now is at an all-time high, and there's never been more of a need for a travel professional. So the time is right now to join the travel industry, and it is exciting content. I mean, you're dealing with, like Adam said, trips to Tahiti and Japan, or family trips to a national park or to a theme park. I mean, any travel under the sun, and you're just really, it feels rewarding. I think to work with clients, it is a relationship business. So if that's something that you're looking for, where it is very human, very one-to-one, your clients will become part of your daily life, part of your relationships. And I think that lends itself to a really successful franchise.
I love it. So I'm going to wrap with a couple more data points from this year's survey. 97% of franchisees believe that the franchisor acts with a high level of honesty, integrity. So when you said looking at the brand that you're looking to join, I do think that's important. And 99% of franchisees are likely to recommend the franchise to others. That is the best kind of praise that you can get. So I thank you both for joining us today. It was great to learn more about what you guys are doing and hopefully spread the word of what it's like to be a cruise planner's franchise owner. Thank you both.
Thanks,
Hey,
Michelle.
thank you. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.